Court's on record, Commerce City Municipal Court for the afternoon session.
Is her name on there or not yet?
November 17th. Okay, I need you to mute yours. I'm bouncing back. Thank you. All right, Court's on the record, Commerce City Municipal Court for the afternoon session, November 17th of 2021. For the people that are on Zoom, please leave your devices on mute. I will ask you to unmute your device when I am ready to call your case. For the people in the courtroom, when I call your name, I'm going to need you to come forward to one of the 3 stations. While you're at that station, I need you to speak loudly and clearly. One of my responsibilities this afternoon is to make sure that everything that you say gets properly recorded. After you're done at the station, I'll direct you to see my clerks in the lobby. Their windows are located to the left once you've exited through the double doors at the rear of the courtroom. When you leave the courtroom, you do need to go out through those double doors, but please do not go out through the metal detector. Just make the left before the metal detector, and that'll get you to my clerk's windows. I'm going to start with Adam Whitmire, if you would come forward to station 1. They're both here? Okay. Good afternoon. All right, I have a document that indicates that you're pleading guilty to the charge of driving without proof of insurance when required. This is a 4-point violation, in exchange for which the city attorney will dismiss the speeding charge from October 8th of 2021, about 12:15 in the afternoon, in the area of 92nd and Highway 2 here in Commerce City. Is this how you wish to resolve your case today, by pleading guilty to this one charge? All right. Did you watch the advisement of rights video? Did you read, did they give you a copy of the written advisement form? All right, you're going to have a seat. I can't take this plea without you either having watched the video or reviewed the form. Can you check with Mr. Gollan to see if he has any of those advisement forms? Okay, yeah, let him have that. Thank you. I'll do another disposition while you're reviewing that form, and then I'll call your case back up. I'm going to go with Expisa Silas. If you would come to station number 2, please. And I've got to ask, where is this name from? Greece. Greece? Okay. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I have a document that indicates that if you plead guilty to the added reduced charge of driving a defective vehicle, this is a 2-point violation, the city attorney will dismiss the original speeding charge against you from October 16th of 2021 at about 3:30 in the afternoon in the area of 109th and Highway 2 here in Commerce City. Is this how you wish to resolve your case today? Yes. Did you watch the advisement of rights video? Yes. Do you understand that if I accept your guilty plea to this reduced charge, you are renouncing all of the trial and appeal related rights that you were advised of in that video? Has anyone forced you or coerced you to get you to plead guilty to this reduced charge against your will? No. Has anyone made any promise to you to get you to enter this guilty plea? No. Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medications that affect your ability to understand what you're doing in court today? No. Then to the added reduced charge of driving a defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, on October 16th of 2021, here in Commerce City, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty? Guilty. I'll accept your guilty plea. Is there anything you want me to take into consideration before I impose the sentence against you? Nothing. All right, you have a very good driving record. I'm going to take that into consideration. Your scheduled fine in this case is $120. Because of your good record and the plea bargain, I'm reducing your fine to $60 plus surcharges plus court costs. When you go to the windows in the lobby to see my clerks, They're going to tell you what the total is, and if you need them to, they'll work out a payment plan for you. Do you have any questions? All right, go ahead and go to the windows and see my clerk. Uh-huh, sure. Mr. Redfern, if you would come to station number 3, please. Alan Redfern? Good afternoon. Okay, I must have spelled it wrong. Do you have any of your paperwork? Actually, you need to be in station 3. Do you have any of your paperwork with you? All right, give me a moment while I try to find this another way. What? Yeah, but it's not written here. Yeah, what's your birth date? Okay. There you are. No, it's because it's Alan with an A. All right. All right, so I ordered you to do 60 days on in-home detention. It was to begin on November 10th. I have a note that says that you had a family emergency and you need an extension. Is that correct? Sorry for your loss. I normally need to give them 2 weeks to get it started. So that would put you at, let's see. How about if I give you till December 2nd to begin serving the sentence? All right. Give me a moment. I'm going to enter this as a court order at this time. Give me a minute. Yeah, I've been out of town. I also suffered a family emergency. Do you want me to put this in as an order, CVM, or something else?
Just put it in an ROA text.
Text?
Yeah, and then I'll grab it off.
All right. I've entered the order. When you go to the windows in the lobby and see my clerk, they're going to give you a new referral to High-Tech Offender Management Services, showing that your stay of execution is up through December 2nd at 4 o'clock. You have between now and that date to start it, okay? All right. Any questions? No, that's fine. Go ahead and go to the windows, see my clerk. I might as well do this one. Oh, wait, I have to clean. So I can do Mr. Whitmire, if you would go back to station 1, please. All right, have you had an opportunity to review the advisement of rights form? It explains what the process is with the court, what the maximum possible penalties are, all of your trial-related rights, as well as the right to appeal any adverse decision if the case were to proceed to trial and you were convicted. Do you have any questions about those rights? All right, so again, the document that I have says that if you plead guilty to the original charge of driving without proof of insurance when required, the city attorney will dismiss the accompanying speeding charge from that ticket, which occurred on, October 8th of 2021 here in Commerce City. Is this how you wish to resolve your case today? All right. Do you understand that if I accept your guilty plea to this charge, you are waiving all of those trial and appeal-related rights that you were advised of on that document? Has anyone forced you or coerced you to get you to plead guilty to this charge against your will? Has anyone made any promise to you to get you to enter this guilty plea? Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medications that affect your ability to understand what you're doing in court today? Then to the charge of driving without proof of insurance, a 4-point violation on October 8th of 2021 at approximately 12:15 in the afternoon in the area of 92nd and Highway 2 here in Commerce City. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty? I'll accept your guilty plea. Is there anything you want me to take into consideration before I impose the sentence against you? Okay. I'm going to impose the minimum fine that I've established for the charge here in this court. That's $100. There's going to be surcharges and court costs added to that. When you go to the windows in the lobby, my clerks are going to tell you the total, and if you need them to, they'll work out a payment plan for you. But you also need to understand the following. Under Colorado law, this is called a strict liability offense. That means the courts can't accept defenses to the charges. For instance, not knowing your insurance has lapsed is not a defense. If it's not your car, the owner tells you it's insured and you get pulled over and it turns out not to be, not a defense. The other thing the state legislature did is they imposed mandatory fines. For this one, the mandatory minimum fine I've established for this court is $100. But if you pick up a second offense of driving without proof of insurance within the next 5 years, under state law, the mandatory minimum fine is effectively $500. If you pick up 2 more within the next 5 years, under state law, the mandatory minimum fine is effectively $1,000. So it jumps up really, really fast. So you need to really be careful, okay? All right, when you go to the windows in the lobby and see my clerks, they'll work out the payment arrangements. Do you have any questions? All right, go ahead. Uh-huh. Shane West, if you would unmute your device, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. Give me one moment here. All right. The document I have indicates that if you plead guilty to the charge of driving without proof of insurance, a 4-point violation, the city attorney will dismiss the careless driving charge against you. This is from September 13th of 2021 at about 9:30 in the morning in the area of the 13600 block of East 96th Avenue here in Commerce City. Is this how you wish to resolve your case today, by pleading guilty to one charge and having the other charge dismissed?
Yes, sir.
All right. Either this time or the last time, did you watch the advisement of rights video?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand that if I accept your guilty plea to this charge, you're giving up all of those trial and appeal-related rights that you were advised of in that video?
Yes.
Has anyone forced you or coerced you to get you to plead guilty to this charge against your will?
No.
Has anyone made any promise to you to get you to enter this guilty plea?
No.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medications that affect your ability to understand what you're doing in court today?
No.
Okay, and I forgot to ask you, do you have the camera ability on the device you're using or no?
Yeah, I do. It's just kind of messed up and blurry.
Okay, well, I can do it a different way. Tell me the year, make, and model of the car you were driving when this accident happened.
It was the Mitsubishi Lancer.
Do you remember what year it is?
I can't remember what year it was, but I know it. Here, I can show my face. It's just.
I didn't lose you, did I?
What is this?
You were there for a second and then you disappeared. I just need to be able to verify
There we go.
the description. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I just woke up not too long ago.
Okay, that's fine. Just find one place to sit and move around or turn off your camera now. Either
Okay.
way. Walking around is the only way you're doing something wrong. All right, there you go. All right, so has anyone forced you or coerced you to get you to plead guilty to this charge against your will?
No.
Has anyone made any promise to you to get you to enter this guilty plea?
No.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medications that affect your ability to understand what you're doing in court today?
No.
Then to the charge of driving without proof of insurance when required, a 4-point violation on September 13th of 2021 here in Commerce City. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'll accept your guilty plea. Is there anything you want me to take into consideration before I impose the sentence against you?
No.
Okay, your driving record shows a ticket from here in Commerce City in November of last year. Is that entry correct?
Yes.
Okay, it looks like no one was hurt in this accident. Is that right? No one was hurt?
Nobody was hurt. No.
Okay, good. All right. I'm going to impose a fine against you of $200 plus surcharges plus court costs. And again, I'm going to advise you that, I'm going to leave the issue of restitution open for 30 days for the city attorney to investigate whether or not any claim for reimbursement for any damages that were caused is going to come through this court, through the other person's insurance company, or if they're going to file it in state court. But I'm going to give them 30 days to investigate that. All right, so the other thing you need to be aware of is under Colorado law, if you pick up a second offense of driving without proof of insurance within the next 5 years from this one, the mandatory minimum fine becomes $500. If you pick up 2 more within the next 5 years, the mandatory minimum fine becomes $1,000. The other thing the state legislature did is make it a strict liability offense. Not knowing your insurance is lapsed, not a defense. Not your car, the owner tells you it's insured, it turns out not to be, not a defense. This law is one of the few that's really, really clear. It's the driver's responsibility to make sure any vehicle they're driving is properly insured when they put it on a public roadway. So you really need to be careful, all right, Mr. West?
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, my clerks are going to reach out to you by email either later today or tomorrow. They're going to tell you what the total is, and if you need them to, they'll work out a payment plan for you.
Okay. The last time you told me they were gonna reach out by email, I never got one. I had to call.
Well, my clerks are usually pretty good. The email you used to register with is the one that they're going to send the information to. So that's why I tell you, look out for it today or tomorrow. If you don't get it, then Friday you call them, okay?
All righty. Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
All right. You too. Bye.
Your Honor. Hello. Hi, my name is Mark Olson. I'm in court virtual. My phone, I couldn't get in. The host wouldn't let me on for some reason. I was having a problem with the Zoom.
Okay, have you talked to the prosecutor yet?
No, I haven't talked to anybody. I wanted to see about getting an attorney or getting a continuance.
Okay, well, hold on for just a second. We're going to send you to a breakout room. My clerks, let me have your name again.
Mark Olson, O-L-S-E-N. I'm calling in via telephone.
Okay, it looks like you're set for a pretrial conference. So we'll send you into the prosecutor in just a minute, okay?
Okay.
So hold on. Okay. Ellen Gruber, if you would come to station number 1, please. Right there. All right, back on May 17th of 2015, picked up a charge of reckless driving and driving without proof of insurance when required. In exchange for pleading guilty to a lesser charge of careless driving, you agreed to do a level 1 traffic school. The other judge imposed the $250 fine plus the traffic school. Let's see. And then when I found that you had failed to comply with the traffic school, I put the block against your driver's license, and I did that, looks like at the end of September of 2015. Here we are, November of 2021, and I have a note that says that you want to get the clearance for your driving record. Is that correct? Okay. I'm assuming you never did the class? Okay. I remember a note that was left here by the judge that covered that hearing. It said that your license was already under suspension at the time when this came up. All right. Well, at this point, having you do the class is pointless. So I'm going to do what I would typically do, which is, if you're fine with $250, I would have suspended the equal amount in exchange for doing the class. You just got a different judge than me on that date. So I'm going to waive the class, have you pay $250 plus the $30 clearance fee. Once we receive the $280, the block against your license will be lifted. Okay? Do you have any questions? All right. When you go to the windows in the lobby, see my clerks. They'll make that payment arrangement. Obviously, the sooner you pay it, the faster the clearance happens. Can you pay it today? Yes. Okay, that would be ideal. Okay? Go ahead and go to the window, see my clerk. Okay, I'll enter this as a text too.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
I'm so sorry to bother you. This is Mark Olson. I'm down here at the El Paso County Courthouse in Colorado Springs. I got to see my probation officer here in about 30 minutes. I'm not sure how much longer this is going to take.
Well, I can tell you that I've got about 6 people in my courtroom. I try to get them out of here because of COVID precautions.
Yes, sir.
You have the benefit of being able to do this by telephone. I'm going to get to it as quickly as I can. I can't guarantee you that it's going to be in a half hour. If you're at the probation office, you might want to tell them that you have to deal with this Commerce City case, and if they'll hold on for you till you get this done, I'm sure they'll be willing to wait. Okay?
Okay, she knows. Okay, I'll stand by. Thank you, Your Honor.
Stand by, right. Have you spoken to the prosecutor yet?
No.
Okay, yeah, so he's got people in his line as well. So hold on,
Okay.
we'll deal with you as quickly as we can.
Thank you, sir.
Maria Webb, if you would come to station number 2, please. Good afternoon. All right, Ms. Webb, I have a document that indicates that if you plead guilty to the added reduced charge of driving a defective vehicle, the city attorney will dismiss the original failure to yield charge against you, which occurred on October 16th of 2021 at about 3:30 in the afternoon in the area of 67th Place and Quebec Parkway here in Commerce City. Is this how you wish to resolve your case today, by pleading guilty to this reduced charge? Okay, did you watch the advisement of rights video? Do you understand that if I accept your guilty plea to this reduced charge, you are waiving all of the trial and appeal related rights that you were advised of in that video? Has anyone forced you or coerced you to get you to plead guilty to this reduced charge against your will? Has anyone made any promise to you to get you to enter this guilty plea? Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medications that affect your ability to understand what you're doing in court today? Then to the added reduced charge of driving a defective vehicle, a 2-point violation on October 16th of 2021 here in Commerce City. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty? I'll accept your guilty plea. Is there anything you want me to take into consideration before I impose the sentence against you? No? Okay. All right. Your scheduled fine in this case is $200. You have an excellent driving record. I still have to give you an aggravated fine because of the collision itself. I'm going to reduce your fine to $140 plus surcharges plus court costs. When you go to the windows in the lobby to see my clerks, they're going to tell you what the total is. If you need them to, they'll work out a payment plan for you. Do you have any questions? Okay, go ahead and go to the window, see my clerk. Alicia Hostler, if you would unmute your device, please. Okay. Are you Miss Hostler? Okay. Now I can't remember where that other person was. Please, then go ahead. That's why we have these signs here. Those are Zooms. No. These are here.
I know you bought pizza and I'm grateful for that.
Good. It's 2 stacks, 50-50 chance of getting it right. Good afternoon, Miss Hostler. Is this it? Yes. All right, I have a document that indicates that it's alleged that on October 19th of 2021, at about 9:15 in the evening, in the area of the 16100 block of East 96th Avenue, that's near Landmark and 96th, it's alleged that you drove 50 miles per hour in a 30 mile per hour zone. Do you understand what it is you're accused of doing? It's my understanding that you wish to plead not guilty to committing this offense. Is that correct? All right. I'll enter your not guilty plea. We'll schedule your case for a trial to the court. If there's any witnesses that you wish to have present on the date of your trial that you believe will not appear in court voluntarily, let my clerks know. They'll issue subpoenas for you free of charge. They'll explain how those subpoenas need to be served on your witnesses to have them effectively ordered to appear on the date of your trial. If you wish to get copies of the police officer's notes or the reports related to your case, ask my clerk. They'll make arrangements to provide those to you free of charge. Okay? Did you watch the advisement of rights video? Okay, good. Do you have any questions? All right, so when you go to the windows, they'll give you the trial date, copies of the police officer's notes or the reports, and subpoenas if you ask for them. Okay? Yes? About the what? Only if there is one. Yeah, when they give you copies of the notes, they'll check to see if there's body cam evidence, and if there is, they'll get that to you. Okay? Any other questions? Okay. Go ahead and go to the window, see my clerk. No, I can't do that one. I have to wait for you to clean. Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't know why he put this one in the Zoom stack. This is the young lady we did that was wearing the yellow sweater. Okay? And I already entered the text for her. He's off. Ryan Liakos, if you would unmute your device, please. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, I have a document that indicates that if you plead guilty to the added reduced charge of driving a defective vehicle, a 2-point violation, on October 31st of 2021 at about 7 o'clock in the evening in the area of the 18400 block of East 81st Avenue here in Commerce City, the city attorney will dismiss the original charge against you. Is this how you wish to resolve your case today, by pleading guilty to this reduced charge?
Yes.
Okay. Did you watch the advisement of rights video?
No, sir.
All right. We're going to have to pass this matter. On the link that you used to sign up for this, there is a video. It basically shows me with an arrow on it. Hit that, watch all of that, and then when you're done, come back up on this screen and just give me a thumbs up. That way I'll know you've watched it. It's mandatory that you review that before I take a plea. Okay? Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. You go ahead and watch that, and then just let me know when you're done. For everybody else on Zoom, if you have not watched the advisement of rights video, I don't have the ability to give you the written advisement form, so go back to your link, look at the video before I call your case. Okay, Aaliyah Newton, if you would come to station 1, please. This matters. All right, yeah, it looks like it was set over to give her a chance to look at the body cam, and we're simply setting it over for the same reason. Is that correct? All right. We'll reset this for another pretrial conference. Okay, if you go to the windows in the lobby to see my clerks, they're going to give you the notice of the new date. Confirm your email address, because then they can send you the body cam. And this time I'll have them confirm your receipt when you get it, okay? All right, go to the windows, see my clerk. All right, Scott Serafin and or Mr. Lilly, if you would unmute your device.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm sorry for the last minute council swap. My partner had an emergency call from Jefferson County.
And your name?
My name is Beth Dombrowski.
Give me a moment.
Sure.
And Ms. Dombrowski, your registration number?
39828.
All right, and is Mr. Serafin joining us or no?
He is on Zoom as well, Your Honor.
Oh, yeah, I see him. Mr. Serafin, if you would unmute your device, please. Are you there, Mr. Serafin?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good. All right, what I show is that we're simply resetting this matter for another pretrial conference to review body cam evidence. Is that correct, Ms. Dombrowski?
Yes, it is.
All right, and in fact, is that how you wish to proceed today, Mr. Serafin?
Yes.
Okay, we'll go ahead and reset this. Why don't we pick a date? We're setting right now for December 15th or 16th, or we can go into the new year. What's your preference, Ms. Dombrowski?
I'm sorry, I might be out of town the 15th or 16th.
I'm sorry,
I believe-
when? Mr. Serafin, could you repeat that? You're going to be out of town when?
I don't believe I'll be in town for the 15th or the 16th.
Okay, why don't we go ahead and look at January 6th, Ms. Dombrowski?
I'm sorry, did you say the 5th or the 6th, sir?
Either one.
The 6th is open, sir.
Okay, Mr. Serafin, you think that'll work for you?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll reset this matter for pretrial conference to January 6th, 2022 at 1:15 in the afternoon. My clerk will send notice to, obviously, Mr. Lilly, since we have his written info.
That's fine.
And to Mr. Serafin as well, okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. You
Thank
can
you.
both leave the meeting. Angel Fernandez, if you unmute your device, please. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, let's see. I've got a document that alleges that on September 16th of 2021 at about 3:30 in the afternoon, from the area of 5990 Dahlia Street, that's the Walmart store located here in Commerce City, it's alleged that you committed the offense of theft. Give me one moment. Okay. City attorney's electing to dismiss this case against you. All right, I'm going to go ahead and enter the order of dismissal. When you leave the meeting, my clerks are going to send you a copy of that order either today or tomorrow. Now, because of the nature of the case and the dismissal, your case is eligible to be sealed. To do that, you have to file a petition. It's really easy. And pay a $65 filing fee. I'm going to make a note on your file right now that if I receive that petition, I'm going to grant it and seal the record of this case. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. One other thing. Walmart has a policy of anyone who's charged with theft is basically trespassed out of returning from Walmart. Even though this case gets dismissed, it's up to them to decide who they want to let into their store now. If they've told you that you're trespassed out of the store, you cannot go back in even though this case is dismissed. You're probably trespassed out of all Walmarts and Sam's Clubs nationwide. The only one I have jurisdiction over is the one that's here in Commerce City. So even though I'm dismissing this case, you can't go back into that store if they notified you of being trespassed out of there, okay?
Okay.
Any questions?
What about Mia? Cause Mia's right there too. Amelia?
I don't have her case in front of me right now, so I can't answer that.
Okay, thank you.
All right. You can go ahead and leave the meeting.
It's today or tomorrow,
What?
the paper.
The paperwork will either get to you today or tomorrow. I don't know. Like, we have a lot of people that we're dealing with. I don't know when my clerks are going to send you the order of dismissal. Okay?
Her car with you today. Okay. What is it? No, because Mia has.
Oh, I didn't realize. Amelia is also at the same number. Go ahead and, go ahead. All right, the city attorney's dismissing this case. Now, because Amelia, are you Amelia? Okay.
Yes.
Your case is being dismissed as well, but because of your age on the date of the charges against you, I'm going to expunge it from your record. There's nothing more that you need to do to have me seal it on your case because you're a minor, okay?
Okay.
All right. But
Thank you.
The same thing applies, though. You may not be able to go back to the Walmart again, any Walmart or any Sam's Club. I don't know if they issued a trespass order against you or not, but if they did, don't go back there, okay?
Okay.
Okay, is that
Thank
your
you.
mother sitting next to you?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to, let me see your mom. Okay, I'm dismissing this case against Amelia, and I'm going to expunge it from her record because she's a juvenile. She's a minor, so you don't have to do anything more. It's going to be taken off of her record, okay?
All right, then, thank you.
Okay, but another thing, again, I wasn't there when she got this ticket, so I don't know if Walmart issued a trespass order against her or her sister. If they did, they can't go back to that store, because then they will be charged with trespass, okay?
I understand.
Okay, even though I'm dismissing these cases, that doesn't affect their ability to refuse to have people come into the store, okay?
All right, then, thank you.
All right, and so we'll also send Amelia by email a copy of the order of dismissal. I'm entering the order, expunging it from her record. You have a good
Okay,
afternoon,
thank you.
okay?
Thank you.
can
Have
go
a
ahead
good
and leave
day.
the meeting. sorry?
Ryan came back on the screen.
Okay, good. Go ahead and unmute Mr. Lakos. Okay. So did you watch the video?
Yes.
Riveting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I keep waiting for the Oscar nomination for acting in a short. I think the category doesn't cover it. All right. So the document I have says that if you plead guilty to the added reduced charge of following too closely, oh, no. I take it back. You're pleading guilty to the 2-point charge of driving a defective vehicle. The following too closely charge is being dismissed. Again, is this how you wish to resolve your case today?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now that you've watched the video, do you understand that if I accept your guilty plea to this reduced charge, you're waiving all of the trial and appeal-related rights that you were advised of in that video?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced you or coerced you to get you to plead guilty to this reduced charge against your will?
No.
Has anyone made any promise to you to get you to enter this guilty plea?
No.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medications that affect your ability to understand what you're doing in court today?
No.
Then to the added reduced charge of driving a defective vehicle, this is a 2-point violation on October 31st of 2021 here in Commerce City. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'll accept your guilty plea. Anything you want me to take into consideration before I impose the sentence against you?
No, sir.
And these narratives. All right, 80th and Tower, there's a light there. The other guy was stopped for the light and you hit them? Is that what happened?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nobody was hurt, correct?
Yes. No one was hurt.
Good, all right. How long have you been driving?
4 years.
This looks like it's your first ticket, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. I'll take that into consideration along with your plea bargain. All right, your schedule fine's $160. I have to give you an aggravated fine because of the collision itself, but I'm going to reduce it to $100 plus surcharges plus court costs. When you leave the meeting, my clerks are going to reach out to you by email either later today or tomorrow. They'll tell you what the total is, and if you need them to, they'll work out a payment plan for you. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, you can go ahead and leave the meeting.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Olson, you can go ahead and unmute your device.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
All right, good afternoon, Mr. Olson. I got some hoops I got to run through with you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, shoot, I just pulled up the wrong. All right.
By the way, for the record, Your Honor, you did win an Academy Award for that video that you had made for us to watch.
Yeah, I tried to be thorough and brief all at the same time. It's hard to do both. Okay, the document
Yes, sir.
I have says that if, oh, no, wait, is this already a pretrial? Oh, yeah, we've already done a pretrial. Good, so this is record. The city attorney says that we're setting this matter over for a second pretrial conference. Between now and then, if you complete 16 hours of useful public service, agree not to return to the property at 5640 East 64th Avenue, and commit no new law violations, the city attorney will dismiss this case against you at our next hearing. Is this how you wish to resolve your case today?
Yes, sir. It's kind of like a deferred sentence.
Yeah, except that you owe 16 hours of community service. There's not going to be any fees or fines, no money, just community service.
Okay, now I'm in the Colorado Springs area. Can you give me a list or email me a list of places I can go for my community service?
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have a list in Colorado Springs. Here's the way I do it. All you have to do is find a legitimate nonprofit agency, anyone, a church, a school, Goodwill, Meals on Wheels, anything at all like that, animal shelter. Just make sure that the place you pick is a legitimate nonprofit, and I'll accept it. Okay?
Okay, and then do I need a form or some sort of something for them to fill out?
They're going to email you, my clerks will email you the new court date and the new form. So as long as you get it done on or before that date, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, so the email will get to you either later today or tomorrow, giving you the new court date and time, as well as the community service form to get filled out. And then the rest of it, if you're in the Springs, you're not going to be up here around 64th Avenue. Just don't pick any new cases, okay?
No. Now, how long will I have to do the 16 hours? Because I work too.
Yeah, it's going to be 6 weeks.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay? All right, any other questions?
Can you send me something via email so I can show my probation officer here momentarily?
Sure.
Okay, if you could do that,
Yeah, I think my clerk's pretty much caught up. She can pretty much send this stuff to you right away. Okay?
Okay, and then I'll show that email here in about 20 minutes to my probation officer down here in El Paso.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm getting the impression that you're doing this stuff as I'm ordering it. Okay, we'll send him his just to get him taken care of. I don't show anybody on Zoom. Oh, okay. Well, you know, it's hard to be thorough and brief. It really is. Okay. All right. Court's on the record regarding Shante Ledig. Is this Ms. Hutton's case? All right. Ms. Hutton, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
All right. How are we proceeding today?
I believe we're proceeding to sentencing. The only issue we have is she, her ride was late, so she got here to the court late, not here. And she brought the wrong folder, so she doesn't have the letter from
Oh, she's
the,
not there, okay.
yeah, she's just in there, yeah. She didn't have the letter from the inpatient program that she did, or a letter from her therapist that she got, but she doesn't have them with her because she grabbed the wrong folder. So I don't know if you want to go ahead and take her word for it, or if you want to reschedule, or if you want her to send them in later. That's our only issue. Otherwise, we're ready to go to sentencing.
Did Judge Beato take this plea or did I?
I don't know. Mr. Lorado was her attorney. So this is when I just got involved in this recently.
Okay, give me a moment because I'm looking at the history and I don't see my order.
Okay.
No, I took the plea in February of 2020.
And I think she was supposed to come back in March for sentencing. And then she went into the inpatient program, which makes that piece of paper even more important, I guess.
Yep. Okay, yeah, I'm finding the notes. I actually handled some of this and then Judge Beato handled some of it. Yeah, she was supposed to serve jail, and then it got set over. Then there was a failure to appear, and she was serving a sentence for Arvada. In the Jefferson County Jail. So a long history here. And I'm just talking about the case history, not her criminal history. Okay, let's see what Judge Beato said. All right, she doesn't have the proof of her Aspen Ridge stay with her?
No, unfortunately not.
We're going to have to reset this because I need to see that.
Okay.
All right, so, go ahead.
I just said, I told her that might be one of the things that happens, so.
I need to see that because otherwise you owe me a jail sentence. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so.
I apologize for grabbing the wrong folder.
Yeah, that's fine. Ms. Hutton, can you check what your schedule is like on either November 30th or December 1st? November 30th. That's 2 weeks. Oh, I'm looking at next year's calendar. Never mind.
Okay.
I have both of them in here. December 1st or December 2nd?
I could do December 1st.
Okay, at 1:15. Ms. Letty,
Yeah.
do you think that you can return on that date and time?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to have her go to the windows in the lobby, get a copy of the notice of the new setting date, sentencing date. It'll be December 1st at 1:15. And Ms. Hutton, my clerks will email you a reminder notice as well.
Okay, thank you very much, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. If you'll go ahead and go to the windows, Ms. Leddy.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
I'm going to enter this as,
Warrant and you dismissed it, you didn't call us, so you didn't have.
I didn't know she had a warrant. Oh, you know, this is the one where we took care of one and they left, so I'm going to vacate it. Yeah, because I didn't recognize that and they left and I hadn't called the case and they were here. Yeah, just go out to the windows in the lobby. My clerks will be there and just with the notice in a minute.
Hi, Patty, it's Carmen. Your two other gentlemen have not shown up into the courtroom. Do you know if you've spoken to them?
I know if I have, and the answer would be no, I haven't.
Okay.
Not
We'll
since
see.
the last court date for Mr. Cisneros.
Okay, we'll
And the other
have
guy
the judge call him in a few moments then.
Okay, sounds
Thanks.
good. Thanks.
So which ones are hers, Mr. Cisneros or? Okay, all right. Court's on the record regarding Larry Cisneros. I'll note that Ms. Hutton is present by Zoom, and I don't think we've heard from Mr. Cisneros.
No, and the last time I talked to him is when he missed court the last time, and then he called me, we got it reset, and then that's been it.
All right, give me a moment. That way I can take a look and see what bond I set. All right. Warrant's going to issue for his arrest. Bond is set in the amount of $300 personal recognizance bond. I'll note your appearance.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. And now on the record regarding Pablo Avitia. I'll note Ms. Hutton is present.
And I've had no contact from him or with him when I tried, so.
Yeah, same thing. Note his failure to appear. Warrant will issue for his arrest. Bond is going to be set in the amount of $300 personal recognizance bond.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Ms. Hutton.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We'll notify you if, when they're apprehended, to see if you want to continue to represent them.
Okay, sounds fair.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Have a good afternoon.
You too.
Thank you.
Thanks, Carmen.
I'm just going to put this one in under warrants.
Will you bring me that laptop, please? What? Bring me the laptop. Appreciate it.
I'm sure, Your Honor, you know, I'm not having a ball of fun in my little area. But we have these nice little signs. You've got a 50-50 chance. In X number of cases.
Okay, this is the best thing ever. He's freaking emailing me back and forth. Of course, he was sent to breakout room with you. He freaking wouldn't join, and then all of a sudden he sends me a message saying, "You guys kicked me out. We never even sent him to death or anything." So he's emailing me 1,500 million times during court, and then Alma's doing this, so I'm having to send messages to Alma at the same time trying to get through everything else. He sends all of us, well, me, to his own Zoom meeting for us to join his meeting because he can't get into ours. And I'm like, dude, you need to go back to where you were at the beginning. That's classic.
You have to read them.
I cannot believe he made his meeting and sent me an invite and was like, please join my meeting.
It's like I say, all these people with warrants can't make it to court for 5 years. All of a sudden, they have the technology to land Apollo 13. I am getting impressed. So did we see Angel Fernandez? Yeah, we did. That was the only one I didn't mark.
And someone's kid's sister I dismissed.
Amelia. She was a warrant. Right, it doesn't really matter because they were both here one day and we only took care of the older sister and not the younger one, and they left. And I didn't want to issue a warrant because I knew they were here. It was like the whole family was here that afternoon. We had like 5 people all together. And I can't believe we didn't call the case up. Well, we didn't call the case up because I don't know that you ever spoke to the younger sister.
And, like, they have to help them with.
Right?
They have to give 1%.
Like, hello, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite this afternoon was what's that really, the second woman,
Oh, Miss
Anyhow,
Pizza.
she just comes barging into my office, and I don't think she was being rude. I had the impression that that's just how
Personality.
it was from wherever she's from. Another one,
Greece.
this
She's
lady,
Greek.
it was a failure to yield, and she was here. She came into my office and said something like blah blah. I thought she said bullshit, but what she said was the sun was in my eyes and there were bushes.
Oh.
I thought she said that like the sun was in my eyes and it was bullshit. But it was like the sun was in my eyes and it was bushes.
That's my dad's accent. My dad, what did you just say? Because that didn't sound right.
So are we actually waiting for these trials? Okay.
One's definitely not gonna go and one is gonna go. And, that lawyer, I'm like, listen, man.
Which one? Lily?
Yeah.
He had to leave and Dombrowski took it.
Oh, well, I'm like, I know you really want a jury trial. But here's the deal, we have this ordinance, and I suppose if someone ever wants to appeal it, they can. And I'm just telling you, I'm waiving jail to take everything aside. It wouldn't matter if we sent you to jail. So, yeah.
Yeah, you know, interestingly enough, they were supposed to have met on November 2nd, Election Day, to make a decision on when they were going to review. They had 182 people in the jail test positive for COVID out of 820 people.
How many?
182. Could you imagine? I have a client who just got out. He wants to sue the sheriff because they weren't taking enough precautions and it was spreading and people were in their pod. They had all of them in one pod or the infirmary. The infirmary for the ones that were really, really sick, but the rest were all in one pod together.
Remember when they
Go
were,
ahead.